Hi there, welcome back to another fun-filled version of Bob Degree's audio stories. This coming pseudo-live from Fairfield, California. Very happy that my sister-in-law has allowed me to stay here on this trip across the country, which has been full of many enlightened moments, both learning how to be more grateful and more perseverance, have more perseverance towards getting through challenging times. Anyways, tonight's story is called Sailor's Delight. With a soft breeze pushing the waves past the lighthouse a half a mile offshore, I sit drinking coffee in an unfamiliar place, discovering new things about myself and others. The waiter looked at me strangely because of the red blood-like liquid staining my shirt and hands. Indeed, last night was quite a night. It started with a decision I had to make, to indulge in a habit that had lived excitedly in my past, one I could find myself dreaming of on nights spent alone, just with the fond memories of my debaucherous past, or choosing something more aligned with the person I am committed to being. I met Mary in a bar downtown called the Long Dock. A place seemed familiar and comfortable. Her friends appeared to populate the entirety of the establishment. The walls were covered with a mix of LGBTQ and straight inclusive art, and darkish lighting, creating many shadows to hide in. We were catching up when I found myself in need of a bathroom. One of Mary's friends, Levi, offered to show me the way, and I accepted. When we walked into the smallish bathroom for a bar, only one stall and a sink. Levi locked the door behind us. The moment that the door locked caused a throwback to a former life, one that was fun but also full of high risk and poor decisions. As I walked into the stall to relieve myself, I could hear Levi active in the few square feet remaining in the tiny room. As I departed the stall, directly in my view was another vision of my past. Several perfectly cut lines of my favorite mood enhancer. Just another reminder of the history once lived. Levi, with a kind and generous nature, offered some to his newfound bathroom acquaintance. I was tempted. I remember only the moments themselves, the thought of those times surrounded by pleasant enjoyment, not how I felt the next day, the next week, after a binge, or the decision I had just made that lives in the darkest part of my soul, one I wish I could vanquish from existence. Thoughts rushed through my head like a mighty river after a big storm. Hidden spaces on the beach in the darkness of night. Why was she there, beside the piano that was strangely placed in a place where it should not be? I leaned down with a dollar bill rolled up and slid in my nose, and I realized that this moment could be the culmination of all the hard work I had. I realized this moment could be the culmination of all I had worked so hard to attain, or it could be my ultimate downfall. We walked out of the bathroom and we made our way to Mary. She looked at Levi and winked as if to say, "Did you get him high?" We smiled. Levi said, "I'm so buzzed I feel like I could pick up several FM stations on my teeth." I just smiled. I truly wondered where the night would end. The eternal struggle I was experiencing resembled a heavyweight boxing match from round to round you weren't aware who would win, but the blood of conflict was everywhere, a struggle that seems to be different for all of us. As the night wore on, the clash between my past and future grew increasingly intense, and the remnants of my dark yesterdays became more of a debilitating burden. Life seems to have passed so quickly, much of it spent redefining who I am, both to myself and to the world. The temptation I now feel could lead me down a path of both fantasy fulfillment, condemnation, or both. I looked across the water and the light that guides my path. I looked across the water at the light that guides my path when my agent stopped to join me for breakfast. Your paintings are selling quite well. What are you working on now? Taking a moment to reflect, I replied, it's a painting of a lighthouse with a blood-red sky. You know what they say, red sky at night, sailor's delight. Thank you for helping me get through that. I'm sorry I stumbled as much as I did, but that's me. But the story is about somebody struggling with sobriety and the temptations that the world poses to them, and how the world tends not to respect their journey and their destination. But we're all in control of those things, and people who are in your life that are struggling with sobriety, I advise or plead with you to give them the grace and the support that they need to move forward and to be the people that they truly desire to be. With that being said, more news, talking to a lot more people about the planted seed, and the excitement seems to be growing. That excitement which befuddles me at times. I just don't quite understand how many people that this book or subject matter of the book is touching. Anyways, still, it comes out on the 15th of June, and at the end of this video you're going to see one of the people who has shared her excitement about the book. Much love. God bless.
Everybody, my name is Bria, and I just met Bob, and he is planting seeds and spreading love, and I think we all need to join this mission in life and in these times of division and plant more seeds and spread more love.